Dr. M. Subbiah is an assistant professor in mathematics in LN Government College, Poneri. He has specialized on statistics interdisciplinary. Being interested in active research program and mathematical or statistical modeling, he has knowledge in operating various softwares on statistical tools and on technical computing. Having 16 years of teaching experience, he has published papers in 8 national and international journals and has also presented papers in 10 national and international conferences.
Welcome to UGC lecture series on mathematical sciences. So, the discussion for this particular session will be on moments of a probability distribution or simply a frequency distribution when it is collected for a sample. So, a set of data points is collected and then we will try to summarize regarding its central value, maybe with the mean or variance and so on. In particular, the idea of moments, which is also a central point for summarizing a data using a mathematically derived formulas based on the central point or the central tendency, namely a mean or 0 or any point of convenience. So, generally speaking, once the data is collected, we are interested not only summarizing using a particular value, more importantly we are interested how far it is deviated from a particular value. So, that a term called consistency or the amount of variability can be gauged for the given data set of observation. So, in that regard, the idea of moments are also very much important, and this session is devoted for understanding the mathematical derivations behind the three quantities and the relationship between them, then few examples to illustrate these ideas. So, the content what we could observe here, the names central moment, moment about mean, non-central moment, moment in fact this is a moment about any number, specifically I designate it as moment about 0 and moments about any number. So, the formulas are classified based on the way in which the data are represented either in ungrouped raw data form or in a grouped form. So, as I mentioned, few examples will also be shown to you, so that how these computational formulas can be implemented for a given set of points. So, for a quicker understanding, whatever we are going to discuss the formula, I just want to confine stick on to this kind of notations where the ungrouped data is normally represented by this form, either x or y, that does not matter, and n stands for the number of data points. Then grouped data, that means with the help of frequencies for a particular data point, how many times it has been repeated in the particular data set, what we call it as frequency. So, again we assume that there are n data points together with the respective frequencies. By and large, this if the data point is given or represented in a class interval, these x are nothing but the midpoints, upper limit plus lower limit by 2. So, that is the conventional normally used for this descriptive statistical analysis. So, that can be taken for the entire discussion right now. And one more important quantity we need to understand or recollect is what is the meaning of x bar. It is the mean or the arithmetic mean for the raw data and grouped data. So, n is nothing but total frequency. So, it is represented as summation of f I. Once these two are clear, how x bar is represented for ungrouped and grouped, then understanding the moments about mean is not a big deal. In the sense, we are going to consider how much the individual observations are scattered from or dispersed from the collective mean, namely x bar, but now we are interested in the degree also, in the sense what is the moment, rth moment, say r equal to 1 or 2, that is given with respect to here. So, if I am interested in m1, this r will be replaced by 1, r equal to 2, I will get x I minus x bar whole square by n, which has a special name also. Of course, we are going to discuss immediately after certain slides now. Similarly, for grouped data, the same quantity is multiplied by the respective frequencies. So, this convention can be remembered, of course, to be followed for the subsequent session or subsequent formulas also, because once the data is given in a raw form, that is in ungrouped form, what version or what kind of formulas are used, invariably the same format will be applicable for frequency or the grouped data also, but for the given item or the given quantity is multiplied by the respective frequency. That is what we can understand here between these two quantities. So, the item what you have here x I minus x bar whole power r is typically multiplied with respective frequency, and one more point of difference is this stands for number of data points alone, whereas capital N stands for the total frequency, which we have seen just now. So, these conventional or the standard symbols are used for convenience, hence this quantity is called moments about mean. So, that mean is the central point through which you are calculating the way in which they are dispersed. And these orders are also quite important, because each value of r will give some practical significance or the meaning of the given distribution. We are going to see now what will happen if r equal to 1 and 2 or 3 or 4, because when you look at the formula mathematically, that r is free from choosing as a positive integer 1, 2, 3 and so on so forth. How long one could be interested in calculating this moment? It is because you take a natural number, it is countably infinite. So, are we really interested in going up to 100th moment or so on? Fortunately, the case is not so, because even if it r equal to 4, maybe the 4th order moments up to 4th or 5th, the knowledge of the distribution is quite clear, because as I told you in the beginning of the session, the intention of the data analysis in the initial point of view is to summarize, especially to understand the characteristics of the data point what we collected. So, accordingly, one may be interested in looking at maximum of say 4 moments, that will give invariably the shape, scale and other characteristics of the distribution, so that one can easily understand how the data is having the characteristics. For example, what is its mean value, most likely value, or what could be the degree of scattering variance. Like that, the shape of the curve or shape of the distribution can be very well understand, even we limit ourselves with r equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. But for the generality, all these items are provided in the formula. As I mentioned, let us look at what will happen to this particular m1. For the point of convenience, I expand this summation, which is nothing but this is summation of x I minus x bar, the bracket is for the entire term and summation is taken over. Whereas, the second step is I allow the summation to run through each term. So, that here you have I, therefore, it is summation of x I, whereas x bar is a constant as far as the summation is concerned. So, I am counting n times, therefore, n into x bar. So, this is sigma x I minus n x bar divided by n. Try to understand the difference between these two steps. This is summation of the entire term, this is summation of x I, then x bar is added for n times, ultimately n into x bar. So, subsequently x bar we know, we recalled already that it is summation of x I by n, n gets cancelled, ultimately this form you have. Numerator you can see very well it is 0, therefore, m1 is going to be 0. So, roughly speaking, moments about mean, when you take r equal to 1, it is going to be 0. That is the first point. In fact, this is quite natural, because you are calculating each and every value and the distance between the mean, mean is supposed to be in the central where equal number of points are likely to be above and below of that x bar. Therefore, distance is on an average it should be 0. So, some values are above the mean value, some values are below, the distance would be the same, henceforth it would be 0. That is what mathematically we have established, that summation of x I minus x bar, individual values away from x bar, when you take the summation of them, it would be 0. So, mathematically we have proven that distance from any value from its mean would be 0. What about 2? So, for convenience I write the general formula here, plug the value 2 and then I apply a minus b whole square formula, where you get a square minus 2 a b plus b square form. So, that this can be expanded for the summation. Once again the similar explanation, the first two terms have ith term, therefore, I allow the summation to run through x I square summation of x I, whereas this is a constant, therefore, n times it would be added. Let us have a quick look on that, minus 2 i's x bar into summation of x I n times x bar square. Some more algebra I will make it here, x bar will be written as summation of x I by n and this is also summation of x I. So, now if you look at these cases with respect to this, I have summation of x I by n whole square. So, in this step x bar is expanded for here as well as here. So, what will happen to them if you look at, one n will be cancelled out, summation of x I, here also summation of x I, multiply these two. So, let us recall once again, n gets cancelled, n square 1 n gets cancelled and here you will be multiplying summation of x I into summation of x I. So, it is 2 times summation of x I whole square by n and 1 way gets cancelled. So, that we will have summation of x I whole square by n. This is twice of, this is 1 time, ultimately we have 1 time here minus 1. So, minus 2 plus 1, ultimately you get minus n. So, the form what you get here is summation of x I whole square by n minus this n would be grouped here. So, that this will become n into n square, ultimately this is variance. So, second moment what you have is nothing but variance. So, once we have the calculation from the moment formula, especially moments about mean, we calculate for r equal to 1, which we observe that it is going to be 0 always, and then when we take r equal to 2, we get the variance formula. So, the M2 is or MR in general, MR would give the specific moments by proper choice of R. So, it can considered as a generalized formulas to calculate moments. So, if you are interested in finding out second moment, namely variance, I just plug r equal to 2 and similarly I can proceed. So, invariably for a general distributional point of view, this rth moment will give a formula like content for finding out the moments. So, that each and every time we need not calculate what would be my first moment or second moment, etc. Just to plug the value of r equal to 1 or 2 or 3 in the general version of rth moment, we will be getting the respective moments. That is what being established or illustrated when M1 and M2 are shown to you. So, M1 and M2. Now, let us proceed a very similar discussion with respect to origin. So, here I mean to say origin as 0. The term is may be little vague or it may be surprising when we handle only one dimension, because normally we say here is 0, but this idea can very well be extended to any dimension where zeros are generally considered as origin. Perhaps that would may be the reason what we call it as moments about origin, or it is nothing but moments about 0. Let us look at from the moment form MR dash. So, there is a change in the notational form, MR dash I give. So, this MR dash is specifically given to distinguish between moments about mean and moments about origin, namely 0. So, look at the way the formulas are being given. Instead of x bar, you can imagine that this is x I minus 0 whole power r, because x minus 0 is nothing but x itself. Therefore, the form is reduced to this way and subsequently we multiply with the f I. So, by the last slide you could easily understand that moment about origin or moment about mean provide us, I mean share a similar way of formulation, except what is the central value of consideration. Is it going to be mean or is it going to be origin? So, once we have an idea how to write the formula, the subsequent properties and some more examples and from of course any origin we will discuss after a small break. Welcome back after the break. So, we have observed how to write the moments about origin, which is quite similar to that of from a mean, except the forms look like very simple way m r dash equal to x I power r f I into x I power r. So, this you have to, in fact you have to understand this is nothing but x I minus 0 or it is simply x I. But the quantities are quite simple to calculate, because we are not at all calculating x bar anywhere, but it will be an automatic value. What will happen if I take r equal to 1 here? So, I do not mention any special formula or any special case for frequency distribution. Initially I mentioned that the difference is in fact only when you are multiplying with the frequency, but for that there is no change in the version. Therefore, for a special case I have not specifically mentioned what will happen if the data is frequency form. So, we are looking at only m r dash. Now, I take r equal to 1, which is nothing but x I minus x I by n, that means I am taking r equal to 1 here. So, x I by n, which is nothing but x bar. So, a point of concern, when we take moment about 0 and take r equal to 1, it straight away provides mean. That is what I just mentioned you before the break, that whenever we are interested in specific summary, we have to calculate each and every time. Rather, if I have a general version for moments, whatever the moment I require, I can just plug the value r equal to 1. This is the convenience. If I calculate it as m 1 dash or m r dash, then r equal to 1 will yield me straight away x bar. There are many ways to get the value of variance or subsequent moments about mean also. Let us have one more example, that r equal to 2, m 2 dash would be x I square by n, square the value, add them, then divide by n. So, generally I take r equal to any positive integer starting from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now, this is an important phase what we are going to discuss. This is nothing but the subsequent few slides will show you a detailed mathematical derivation of the relationship between moments of distribution, about mean and about origin, that means 0. In fact, that can be given for moments about any value, but I specifically and most of the time we are interested in moment about 0. That is why the following few slides will show you the relation between moments about mean and 0. Once again I emphasize that this is for a practical implication or the importance, though the theory is available between any two in fact. Our examples will continue to show all the relationship, but the derivation is restricted to mean and 0. Let us look them carefully. For quicker understanding, I have m r and the relation also, because why I am taking from 2 equal to 1, by the time you can understand m 1 would be 0, therefore, nothing more to argue there. I take r equal to 2. Once again I expand it in a shortcut formula. Earlier we had sigma x I square minus sigma x I whole square by n divided by n, and this is nothing but second moment about 0. Therefore, we have m 2 dash. What about this? This is sigma x I by n the whole square, which is moment about 0 of order 1. Therefore, m 1 dash square. Carefully you could observe this n is split into two terms, one for this and another one for this. So, that you will get n into n square. thereby we get this term detail. So, what we have left side is second moment about mean. What we have in the right hand side is moment about origin, the dash indicate that. So, m2 will be m2 dash minus m1 dash square. This is a very straight relation between moments of order 2 about mean and the origin, namely 0. So, you have to remember the formulas because computationally moment about 0 will be very much simpler. We are no way related or need to calculate mean, straight away we can calculate the moments about origin, so that we can make use of this formula to get the respective moment. Similarly, if I take MR, generally a same version could be applicable up to R. Now, I am going to use binomial expansion. So, as far as the degree is 2 is concerned, it is very simple what we exhibited now. I am going to do it for general value R, so that a plus b whole power n formula or here it is R formula could be applicable. We repeat the relationship here for the derivation purpose. MR, that means moment about mean, is given by this relation from the formula that I write for a convenience. X bar I am writing it as sigma xi by n, because we are going to make use of a minus b whole power n format, in which I am using the formula a minus b whole power r only to this numerator, and in every term we will have a denominator n. So, that will be grouped for each term. Now, I consider this is a and this is b. So, the formula should be, I mean, to be expanded will be a minus b whole power r. Once I expand it, a power r minus r c 1 a power r minus 1 into b plus etcetera, we have the meaning for NCM would be n factorial by m factorial into n minus m factorial. So, this R c 1 is r, R c 2 is r into r minus 1 by 2 and so on so forth. Anyway, that is not so much important for us, the way in which the formulas are derived. So, first we have x I power r, then we have x I power r minus 1, but here it is a first moment about mean. This is again first moment about mean, but square of it. So, there is a natural way to understand MR is related with rth moment about origin, r minus 1th moment about origin, r minus 2th moment and so on so forth. Generalizing this, we will have this term. Look at carefully, this is written as MR dash, this is written as MR minus 1 dash, and this product is given as M1 dash. Subsequently, this is MR minus 2 dash, this is M1 dash square. So, look at the way the function will be moving, r minus 1 it is reduced, M1 dash power 2, M1 dash power 3 and so on. So, there will be a natural way to remember this expression. What would be our last term? Let us verify. There will be two different ways to get the formula based on whether you are looking at the r as an even index or odd index, because based on r is even or odd, the last term will differ. If r is even, the formula is calculated as minus r plus 1 to the into m1 dash to the power r. As I mentioned you already, the first moment about origin will be getting first term, then here it is squared, then third is cube and so on. The last term you will have power r. What will happen if r is odd? If r is odd, it will become simply r minus 1. So, once again, if r is even, it will be minus r plus 1. If r is odd, it is r minus 1. Based on, one can remember the relation between moments about mean and origin. So, once again, computationally convenient formulas are moments about origin, then using this relation we can get moments about mean. So, the final point is mentioned here for a quicker verification. Whenever r is odd, you have plus, whenever r is even, you have minus. So, the previous two formulas are combined conveniently here, that is all. So, I start with the MR means MR dash, reduce the index r to r minus 1, r minus 2 so on, then include one term M1 dash square etcetera. finally you will get m1 dash power r. This RC1, RC2, RC3 etc. Finally you will have RCr, which is nothing but 1. Similarly, we can define moments about any number a. I think you can easily understand here that a is replacing x bar or 0. If 0 is mentioned, you will get mr dash. If a is replacing with x bar, you will get mr. So, this is not so important. Even then, for the sake of continuity, we will find out what is the meaning of this kind of formulas. For any number, need not be mean or 0, any number you can make use of it. Similarly, a very similar relation exists except the inclusion of di. di is nothing but xi minus a. So, what is your assumed value? That has to be replaced by the quantity di. So, if you look at a equal to 0, which is nothing but your previous formula, assume that here it is a is equal to 0, xi minus x bar. So, by taking a value, any value for that matter, we can use the relation about the given number or the assumed mean a. That is why normally this value is taken as a, assumed mean. So, these relations in a similar style as we have discussed here, this is also helpful in finding out the mean. Only difference is every time we are replacing it by di. di is nothing but xi minus a. So, based on that we have the relation between mr, rth moment, and any moment about a. So, quick version of the formula, you could observe that if I want to have rth moment, I am calculating the rth moment about a, then r minus 1th moment, then r minus 2th moment, and so on etc. up to the last term according to r is odd or even. So, very similar to this relation. Okay. So, here it is 0 moment and here it is moment about any number, that is the only difference, but the way in which you can remember the formula is very much similar. So, as I mentioned, we have to remember that every time we are using with this kind of relation, that x bar equal to a plus m a 1 dash, or else m a 1 dash will be x bar minus a. So, that I will get m a 2 dash, m a 3 dash, and so on so forth. So, whether moments are given to you from the origin or from any number, we can calculate the other one. That is the idea. Why do we require this kind of relations? So, these are all many formulas to remember how to calculate moment about any number from the central moment. So, the symbols are necessarily to be remembered. Dash with a refer to moment about any number, dash with index alone refer to moment about 0, without dash we refer moment about mean. Okay. So, that is the central or crux of this particular discussion. So, a quick example, the calculation I would like to mention, you may be asked to calculate 4 moments about 4. 4 is chosen arbitrarily, there is no hard and fast rule to select a. So, I just select 4. The computations are displayed here. I am first of all finding d equal to x minus a. So, respective values are provided, x minus a 4, 0 minus 4, 1 minus 4, and so on so forth, this value. Then fd, fd square, fd cube, fd4. Remember, this is a grouped distribution. So, I multiply every quantity by f. That is what I mentioned in the beginning of this discussion. So, the summation is given for the respective value, capital N, summation of fd, summation of fd square, fd cube, summation of fd power 4. So, a handheld calculation or through a calculator or through a computer will bring this kind of display. Then I am calculating moments about the point A. As I mentioned, x will be replaced carefully by d. So, 0 by capital N 0, 512 divided by capital N 2, then third moment 0 by capital N would be 0, finally fourth moment 2816 by 256, which provides 11. All these numbers are 0, 2, 0, 11 represent the first 4 moment of the given distribution about the assumed mean A equal to 4. Then I am using the relation to get the moments about mean. Once I have m1 equal to 0, m2 equal to, plugging the formula, assumed mean of order 2 minus first moment square. So, you get the value 2. Similarly, the other relation will give me m3 equal to 0 and m4 equal to 11. In fact, the odd moments for this particular problem are 0, but not always. This problem is look like a very symmetrical form. Therefore, odd moments are always 0. Therefore, we look it as a 0 for third, first moment, even fifth moment it is going to be 0, but it will not be the case always. Okay. It is a very specific example where I want to show you that even sometime the moments could be 0, especially the odd moments. So, this is another example where I would like to say that without data, if I have 4 moments about 4, then I can calculate moments about mean as well as 0. These examples are to illustrate the relationship between what we have observed, the details of the relationship between moments of 3 kind can be illustrated. That is what the purpose of these examples. So, I am taking the first moment about mean, plug them to get the value of the respective moments. Thereby, I calculate the moments about 0 and then the respective values will be indicating the 4 moments. So, summarizing what we have observed is why we need to calculate moment, which provides you the general or generality or general version of calculating moments about mean. We need a weightage value, central value or origin for convenience or any value for that matter. You may have an assumed mean for your data distribution, from that how it has been scattered. So, all the 3 purposes are served through the given formulas and the relationship. So, what we need to understand at the end of the session would be the meaning of the moments, the formulas, more importantly relation. And computational point of view, one could easily calculate moment about 0. Thereby, you can calculate moment about mean if you are interested or any value on your choice. This is the normal way to implement or attack the problem of finding moments up to the relevant order. As I mentioned, once again I want to emphasize that invariably the 4th moment would be the maximum moment one may be interested to summarize the data. For better understanding, always exercise or the examples would be helpful. So, these questions will help you to understand how those values are calculated and related with the given relation. So, one with raw data, one the moment is given, then another one is grouped value. So, that you can calculate the mid value of this and then taking them as x, proceed as similar to the example which I have illustrated already. Thank you for joining in this session.